Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to live like a philosopher? Not just read their words, but actually follow them. To face modern chaos, work stress, deadlines, social media, the same way Marcus Aurelius faced wars, betrayal, and loss, with calm, wisdom, and dignity. So I decided to find out. For 1 week, I tried living exactly like Marcus Aurelius, and the results changed more than I expected. Welcome to Stoic Blend, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Today, I'll share what happened when I lived like Marcus Aurelius for 7 days, and how that experiment redefined my mind, my emotions, and my peace. Twanan, the morning discipline. Marcus Aurelius began each day reminding himself that life would test him. In Meditations, he wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. Yet none of them can harm me." So on day 1, before checking my phone, I sat in silence. I imagined the day ahead, co-workers, deadlines, frustrations, and I told myself, these things will come, but they won't shake me. The result? I walked into work already grounded. When someone snapped at me, I didn't react, and I recognized their frustration wasn't mine. That was the first lesson from living like Marcus Aurelius for 7 days. Your peace starts before the world wakes up. Day 2, detachment from praise and blame. Marcus warned himself constantly about ego. Do not waste the remainder of your life in thoughts about others. When you do so, you lose the opportunity to act according to nature. So for 1 day, I decided not to check notifications. No social media, no likes, no comments. I wanted to see what happened when I stopped chasing approval. It was uncomfortable at first. I realized how often I reached for my phone for validation. But by evening, something shifted. My thoughts became quieter. I stopped living in the eyes of others. That was the second insight from living like Marcus Aurelius for 7 days. When you stop needing applause, you start hearing your conscience. Day 3, voluntary discomfort. The Stoics believed that comfort makes you weak. So I tried one of their favorite practices, voluntary hardship. No hot water, no coffee, no unnecessary luxuries. Seneca wrote, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare." It wasn't about suffering. It was about remembering what truly matters. By day 3, I noticed something surprising. When you strip life down to the basic, sleep, food, quiet, gratitude comes naturally. You don't need more. You notice more. The third lesson from this week was simple. Every comfort you take for granted is a silent teacher of gratitude. Day 4. Control what you can. Accept what you can't work. Hit hard that day. Missed deadlines, team conflict, and bad news. The kind of chaos that normally ruins a week. But I remembered Marcus's words. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. So I stopped fighting what I couldn't fix. I took a walk during lunch, breathed, and focused only on my next best action. Something magical happened. The stress faded. The problem didn't vanish, but my panic did. That's the fourth truth I learned from living like Marcus Aurelius for 7 days. Control is peace, but only when you limit it to what's truly yours. Day 5, the evening reflection. Marcus Aurelius ended his days writing, not to impress but to improve. So I did the same. I sat down each night and asked, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? At first it felt strange, even judgmental. But then I realized reflection isn't self-criticism, it's self-correction. The act of writing slowed my thoughts, cleared my mind, and helped me end each day with understanding, not anxiety. Lesson 5. A calm mind doesn't appear by accident. It's built through reflection. Day 6, Memento Mori. Remember you will die. Marcus wrote often about mortality, not to depress himself, but to live fully. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. So for a day I kept that reminder close. What if this was my last conversation, my last sunrise? That perspective stripped away everything unnecessary, the petty worries, the small frustrations, the endless to-do lists. When you remember death, you start living, really living. That was the 6th revelation from living like Marcus Aurelius for 7 days. Urgency doesn't come from fear. It comes from awareness. Day 7. Living with virtue. Marcus believed that the purpose of life is simple: to live with virtue, with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. So on the last day, I tried to embody those 4 Stoic virtues consciously. I spoke honestly. I helped a co-worker. I refused to gossip. I forgave faster. By the end of that day, something became clear. You don't need power or wealth to live like an emperor. You just need principle. That was the final truth from living like Marcus Aurelius for 7 days. Virtue is victory. Living like Marcus Aurelius for a week didn't make me perfect, but it made me present. It reminded me that peace isn't found in escape. It's found in engagement. So if you want to change your life, don't wait for a different world. Practice a different mindset. Like, share, and subscribe to Stoic Blend for more stories that connect ancient wisdom with modern challenges. And tell me in the comments, if you lived like Marcus Aurelius for 1 day, what's the first thing you would change?